Morning.
Morning.
The hole in the middle of the garden is starting to look a little bit more like what it should instead of just a hole. Shaped it around, taken off the sod, just a thin strip around. We're going to use random flag around the perimeter to hold the liner in place and to create an edge. I don't know what thickness we're going to get yet, so I've just done this rough. We're roughly level around the top. The bottom, it does not matter. It doesn't matter if this is uneven, water for the levels of the water. This thing in the middle, this is to put the urn and the plinth on. That's dead level. I've packed the ground really hard around it. You saw me doing that. I added some water because it was a bit dry. So that's been packed really solid. So now that's a 2x2 paver. The plinth base is 17 inches square. So that gives it a really good surface area. So over a period of time, it's not going to move. And then what I did was I got some of our sandy soil, put that in the bottom, took out the sharp stones. So I'm just going to give this a light rake in. There's one or two pebbly things in here. I'll get the worst of those out, take them out by hand. And then we're going to start putting some fabric in the bottom for padding for the liner. So that's a couple layers of thin landscape fabric. Basically use what you've got. I mean, in the past, when we did the old pond, we used carpet. Carpet's not so good here because carpet's got a very thick backing. It doesn't form very well to a tight circle like we have here. So I've got the old fabric, landscape fabric, and I'm going to use some of our old fleece. Now the fleece, it is quite thick. It's a commercial one. So I don't know, it's probably... It's almost a mil and a half thick. But this is old stuff, so we're just going to use that. And again, it's going to come up the sides and across the bottom. So we're now ready to put the liner in. And then once the liner's in, then we're going to set another paver in the center on top of the liner. So we'll go get the liner, we'll get that put in. 45mm EPDM liner. We had a piece left over. I can't remember where it even came out. It would have probably been from our original pond. But it wasn't quite long, wide enough. Long enough? Wide enough?
It was long and narrow. We needed a bit off the end.
So what we've done is, obviously, we've chopped the piece off, made sure we tried it over into the hole and added a piece to it. We've used a primer. Wipe everything down, make sure it's as clean as possible. Used a primer on both wherever we're going to put the tape. And we've used a double-sided tape. It's really, really strong. It sticks like mad. You wouldn't believe it. We've gone a little overboard. Double-sided tape on the back side. And then we've just to make sure, basically, we put another layer over the top. That is not going to leak. I have no problems with that not leaking at all. I got quite a bit of experience with both the liner and using this repair tape. When our previous address at Meadowview, if you've seen any of our older videos, you'll see the big koi pond we had. We had a muskrat come in and, oh boy, did he make a mess.
Not just in one area.
Oh no, there was multiple holes. And I think it took me close to 6 weeks in that spring to find them all. I don't think we've got video, but we've got some stills that Julie took. And it was a real mess. So we had to drain the pond down, get all the stone back, find the holes, dry everything, clean everything, use the tape, use extra pieces of liner to fix the hose. So have a fair bit of experience with this stuff. So this is not going to leak. Just about enough liner, which is good. We don't need an awful lot on the top. The water level will stop just short of the top of the liner, which will level out once we know what pavers I'm going to use, or random flag actually. So no, that looks good. Obviously we put extra padding around top of the paver. So now we're going to put in another piece of liner, square liner, and then we've got a paver to go on. And once that paver's on, we're going to start checking some levels for the height of the plinth that we're going to use, because we don't want to drown the whole thing. We want it at a certain height, so we got to play around with the height on the plinth. So that'll be after lunch, I think.
Not working in the rain, dear?
I don't do rain. Too many years of doing rain in the West Country in Devon. Not any longer.
We weren't ready for the water yet.
No, not quite, were we? It rained. Wasn't ready for that. It's wet in here too. Piece of liner, 2 pavers, and then we've gone with some little brick pavers. The reason for that is I have to be able to access the bottom of the plinth. The plinth has a pipe right through the middle, so we have to be able to bring the water pipe up that to make the feed for the urn. So for me to be able to get my hand in underneath and feed all that stuff, that's why I've elevated again on these 4 small mini pavers on the corners. it's almost level. It's not far off. And I'm not too worried because the urn itself will need adjustment. When we put the urn in and we fill it with water, the top of the urn isn't dead level and dead flat. So we'll have to adjust the urn slightly to get an even flow of water around the outside of that. But you'll see us do that in a minute. So now we have the tricky bit of getting that great big heavy plinth on here and centering it. It's right on the end of the forks. It's heavy. So it's going to be a really careful lay it in place. So I'm going to stay in here and Julie's going to do the tractor work. So we'll try not to kill each other in the process.
Gary's a bit of a control freak.
No, and I mean Julie doesn't use the tractor very much, so I got to be a bit more patient with it and everything.
Can I have that in writing?
Yeah, I'll put it in writing if you want. So we're going to ease this in, put it down. I'm hoping I've got it centered, but we want to get that in here. You can't manhandle this thing. It's got to be done with the tractor. I don't know how heavy it is, but it's heavy. The urn I can manhandle. So we're going to get this in place. We'll shoot some video, and hopefully we'll both be alive by the time we've got it where it needs to go.
We're still alive.
Yeah, both alive. She hasn't thrown nothing at me, so I must be getting better at this. Still got wet feet. He's in. Actually, I don't think I could have measured it much better. I've looked from the top of the arbor from off the tractor seat, and it lines up really nice with the center of the arbor. And measurement wise, as close as I can get it all the way around, it's pretty damn close. So really happy with that. And the next job now is to get the urn over here, get the pipe up through, and get the urn put in place. And the other thing is, the top of this thing is not flat. It's not flat at all, and we know that from previously. So once the urn goes on, it'll need a little bit of leveling up. But other than that, yeah, that went really well.